Good morning, everyone. Travis and I just got back from a trip to Idaho City where he raced for 2 days, 200 miles. It took him about 6 hours each day to complete the course, so he was pretty pooped after that. But I wanted to give you a look at what Travis and I take on our road trips, which is different than what I try and take on our long trips, like on an airplane or something like that. So I'll start with our toiletry bag, and I will link everything that I get. If it's available on Amazon, I'll link it down below. But again, let me start with our toiletry bag. And something that I always find super important, I'm just going to start from the bottom up. Something I find super important are these flushable and transportable wipes. They're a staple. So they always go in our travel bags. They live in our cars, all of that. Something that we didn't necessarily need, but I didn't know if we were going to need it, is our little travel perfume and cologne. They just kind of rotate up, which I thought was pretty cool. You can take them out, fill it up, and then just stick it back in and rotate it back down. So Travis and I each have one. His is the black and mine is the white and rose gold. Something else along those lines, we always bring these little travel size pooperies because, you're staying in a room with somebody, even if they are your husband. You'd just rather not. Then the next little packet up, I always keep my Q-tips in this little reusable plastic bag. I just find that it's easier to travel with them. You can kind of hide them in different spaces. Then we have our travel toothbrush, which looks like it got a little beat up on this trip, but basically it's meant for two people, has two heads in it, and then this is the base and it recharges in the case. And then up here, you can see that it has like a little fan. It also has a UV light, so it dries it and sanitizes it once you close it and hit this button right here. It comes with a little case, which I didn't put it back in because I needed it to dry. It comes with a little case. You can charge it while it's in the case, but this is a little mouthwash cup also. Looks like I need to clean it because we got some toothpaste in it. But back here, if you just open this little tab right here, there's a USB-C charger that you can recharge it with. And it charges pretty good and the charge lasts pretty long. So then, travel size mouthwash. And then I also bring the travel charger for the toothbrush. Next one up, and there's some things that I didn't pack in here for this trip, but I usually do take. So the next thing up is my mom actually gave him this. It's just an arnica-based ointment for sore muscles and whatnot. It's made by Dr. Bronner's. And then I got this package of silicone travel bottles. I like them because they're a uniform shape, so they fit in there nicely. Before I was using these rectangular ones and oblong shaped. It was just weird. So I got these and they actually work a lot better because they are a uniform shape. And then they also have the top that I like. It's like a little silicone stopper in there. So the fluid doesn't come out and they fit really nicely inside your travel bag. Something I bring with me no matter what is Castile soap, and I found this little travel one. So I use this in case of any blood or any dirt that I can't get out, because this is really good to clean out all those stains. I put my face lotion in these little squeeze airless pump bottles. They work out really well for me. Then I'm not dipping my finger in the lotion bottle or squeezing out too much on my hand. Face sunscreen, we always bring that with us. This is made by Image. I actually get this from my friend who's an esthetician, and this is what she recommends. So this is what we use. I use the matte one, the Daily Matte version. There's also a different version, but with my skin, the matte one works it just works better. I always bring, plackers, floss plaques. um, or floss picks, and they just keep in this little tube, and they just look like that. They're super easy to carry with you. And then you just reorder them. I also brought the little package out, so you just reorder them. You can get these on Amazon, at Safeway, at Fry's, wherever you are. I just noticed my camera was a little dark, so I lightened it up a little bit. Hope that works better. I also bring a little travel size because I wear contacts. I wear monthly contacts, so I just bring this little travel size of Opti-Free Pure Moist. It's what works best on my eyes. I know everybody's different. I also bring a little package of tissues. No matter where we are, you need to have some of those. And then always, especially when he's racing, I bring some ibuprofen or some sort of pain reliever, and I just put it in this little glass jar. We filled it up. He didn't need it this time around, but you never know. And then in the very top part of this, I always put things that we might possibly need. So I have cortisone. I have a little sunscreen stick, Benadryl. I have an extra hair tie, some Dayquil just in case one of us gets sick, some Band-Aids, Polysporin. Always need that with the Band-Aids. And then a little travel size tweezer set. And this time, if I'm flying on a plane and I'm bringing a carry-on, I don't usually bring the tweezers or my nail clippers, but I always bring my nail clippers with me when we're going on a road trip or if I'm checking a bag. And then just a small travel size nail file. And then sometimes I wake up with a dry throat, so I always bring some cough drops with me. So that is what I packed in our toiletry bag. In addition to that, I also brought, I didn't need it this time around, but I brought some, what is this called? Some heat protectant for my hair. That's what it's called. Because I brought my 2-in-1 hair straightener and curler. I just bring this when I'm traveling because it's much easier to bring than all of the hair accessories, like, you know, your straightener, your curling wand, your crimping, whatever you want. Like, that's just easier to bring. Going back a second for face wash, I use a foaming face wash, and I found these little bottles on Amazon, and they work fantastic. You just put your face wash in there. They're small enough to bring with you. Again, I'll link everything down below. But yeah, these are great to travel with because they're just simple. Now, going back to the hair, I bring dry shampoo. I like this one because it's a powder. I was looking at some other people who have like this little powdered dabber, and I think I want to try that because it looks pretty cool and it looks like it works. The other thing I have is a leave-in conditioner and detangler. I don't use it all the time, but when I'm traveling somewhere that has like a pool or somewhere that I just don't know what the water's like, I tend to use that because I like when my hair's soft. And then I use this brush by Wet. I use this all the time, actually, not just when I travel. I like it because it doesn't poke my head, I guess. The bristles are pretty soft and it detangles and it doesn't get too stuck in your hair. Plus, it's like a little convenient travel size, so I use that a lot. Another thing for my hair that I use is this oil. I don't think you can get it any longer, but I like bringing a hair oil with me too because growing out my hair, I don't want my ends to dry out. So another thing that I bring with me is this another little plastic reusable bag. I got these off Amazon. I actually didn't like the rest of them because they're super hard to close, but I don't wear a lot of makeup, so it's super easy to bring this little bag with makeup in it. And if I get it dirty, I don't care because you can wash it out. And like I said, very simple: blush, eyeliner, mascara, and a blush brush, and that's about it. I tend to wash this every time I travel afterwards, so it doesn't get too dirty. And then in there, because I don't want to get the towels at the hotel dirty in any way, I bring whatever towel or makeup removing towelettes I have, and I usually get these when I'm traveling. So these ones I actually got in Hawaii. They're made by Diamond Wipes, and I think I found them online also, so I can link that below. They worked pretty well, and they didn't irritate my skin. And then I also bring my little makeup removing cloth with me so that I can wash it. It's lemon lavender makeup removing cloth. But I do believe I got these either on at Amazon or like at home or something like that. So if I find out something similar on Amazon, I'll link that below. All right, so toiletries are out of the way. Something I bring in my car bag, because I like to have stuff with me when we're in the car, is I always bring our vitamins, because in this case we were traveling. Last day we took 14 hours to get home. We drove straight through. The first day we did a split drive, so that was easier. But typically this little quart Ziploc bag is filled with our vitamins. And right now you can see that I still have some in there because we didn't take them on the last day. This one's just a little 2-inch plastic Ziploc bag that I got off Amazon, and I usually put probiotics in it. I also have one that's a little bit bigger depending on the length of the trip. I have a 3-inch size one too. They work out pretty well just to hold your vitamins and stuff. And I like these better than vitamin containers because they flex and they can fit in your bag wherever you want. This one is just my multivitamin. Typically I take a liquid multivitamin, but when we're traveling, obviously I don't want to bring the whole bottle. So this was filled up with Travis's and my vitamins for the trip, and that stayed in my car bag. Another thing I brought in my travel bag, let's see here. I just brought this little toiletry bag that I actually put our electronics in, and this had our phone chargers, our watch chargers, because we both have Samsung watches, and an extra cord, just a longer one, but it had both of our wall chargers for those things, and then our headphones, again, Samsung headphones, and then this is my travel charger. This thing's huge, but it works so well. It's made by Anchor, and this will last me, oh gosh, it lasts forever. So this is how big it is. I'll have to link it in Amazon because I can't remember. Oh, it's the Power Core Plus, and it works fantastic. I travel everywhere with it. It has a little light here that I don't know if you can see, but it will tell you how charged it is still. And right now for me, it's still fully charged. And I used it yesterday all day on the way back from Idaho, which again was a 14-hour drive. It comes with its own USB-C charger cable and power block. It just comes in the kit with it, along with this bag that I have it in. Super easy to travel with. I actually used the USB-C cable and the power block as my phone charger this time around, so I didn't have to bring two. But again, I don't travel anywhere without this just because it's so great and it charges everything. So the other things that I will bring, like to a park or something, I didn't bring them on this trip, but it's worth mentioning, is it'll charge your fuel rod that you have at the parks. If you bought one off Amazon and you don't want to trade it in, I don't know, it'll charge that. And then I also got these iWalk portable chargers. I had a couple of them, but then when we went to Hawaii, one got left on a plane. So now I have this one. But if I'm at a park or something, I will just plug these things into this or into this Anchor power brick and let it charge, and then switch them out throughout the day. And then I have a smaller charger with me to charge my phone instead of that big one. The other thing that I had, because we were going to try using his GoPro for his trip this time around, we didn't end up using it, but we do travel with that, and it would charge that, all of its batteries. So that's what I had in my little tech case. Then for my car bag, because I was wearing flip-flops, my feet get cold in the car. I get cold in the car. I just brought some nice, comfortable socks that I could wear in the car. And then I brought this bag, which I think I got at Walmart years and years and years ago, but I love it. So it carried all of our car essentials. We had hand sanitizing wipes, we have Clorox wipes, wet ones, that sort of stuff. And then I started getting these individually wrapped hand wipes, which again is by the same company that those other wipes are from. They're by the Mighty Good. And I really like them. They don't leave your hands feeling sticky or anything. I also like these ones. These ones are my favorite, but they don't come in singles. This coconut lemon scent is my favorite, so I get those a lot too. Again, oops, tissues. Always bring tissues, toothpicks, a little thing of hand lotion, Advil, just in a little travel tube. And then instead of bringing all kinds of lip balm and all of that, I have a couple in here right now because I found a couple in my car, but I brought this one. So we have Aquaphor that we use on our lips, but also this one has SPF 30 in it. So instead of bringing my Sunbum and my Aquaphor, I just brought the Aquaphor. And again, like I said, I found these ones in my car, so I just threw them in here because it's summertime in Arizona and I don't want it to melt. Something else I bring with me, because I wear contacts, is I bring this liquid for my eyes, these eye drops. These just clear up dry eyes and they're safe for contacts, so I bring those. Again, individually wrapped wipes for the bathroom by the Mighty Good. I love these. We use them all the time. And like I said, I keep them in the car, I keep them in the bathroom, the bigger pack in the bathroom. But then when Travis is done racing, we didn't use them this time around, but these boogie wipes are actually really good because they're just super gentle. They have very few ingredients: water, sodium, aloe, chamomile. They're really good. They're meant for kids when they're sick, but we wipe Travis's face off because he gets completely covered in dirt every time he races. So we use these for his face, and it doesn't bother his eyes or anything like that. So I keep those on hand. Something else that we travel with, oh, I guess that was it. But yeah, so I just used my Victoria's Secret free bag that I got years ago as my travel bag today, or this time. That worked out really well. Oh, something, I wasn't really going to go over clothing or anything, but something that's super useful when you're traveling for your shoes. And it's super cheap and old school, but just buy those cheap shower caps and you can just throw your dirty shoes in them and then put them back in your bag. That way your clothes don't get dirty or anything like that. You can just pack them right away. I was walking through a lot of dust and dirt, so I made sure that I packed that with my shoes this time around, so that way I could just throw it back in my bag. I'll do another video later. Because this was a road trip, I actually packed a lot of food also, but I didn't want to go over that in this video. I thought it would be long enough. And I'll go over some of the meals and some of the stuff that I brought with us to make our trip just a little bit easier in that sense. Something I forgot to mention was this time around, I actually brought this necklace with me also. So it's just a little horseshoe. It's a ring holder actually. So I got this off of Etsy, and I got it because when I work out and whatnot, I don't always want to be wearing my rings. So all you have to do is put it on one end of the horseshoe, or wishbone, sorry, and then flip it over, and there they are. They just stay because the wishbone is in a triangle, so it doesn't slide off. Super easy to put on and off, but this time around I actually brought it because I knew Travis would be racing, so I'd have to be holding onto his ring. But it worked out really well. Again, anything I mentioned in this video, I will link below. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those things, comment below. What kinds of things do you bring traveling that you think are useful? I've already heard a couple suggestions for a few different things, and I think I'm going to try it out. So anything you can think of, just comment below and enjoy your day.